and welcome to this session entitled Energy Matters in the Cloud. My name is Jean Mamas, Engineering Director and member of the Sustainability Group in OVH Cloud. Before starting, I would like to introduce my guest, Romain Rouvois. Romain, you are Professor of Computer Sciences and Research Scientist at INRIA, the French Research Institute. You have published many articles and papers related to software engineering, distributed systems, and software energy efficiency. That's impressive. Thank you very much, Romain, for being with us today. During this session, we will present you what is the impact of the cloud computing in terms of energy consumption, from the data center standpoint to the servers and the codes themselves. But before going further in the cloud efficiency, Romain, would you please introduce INRIA?
Sure, Germain. So INRIA is a French research institute in digital science and technology. It groups around France 3,500 researchers across 9 research centers. So the scientific expertise covered by INRIA research scientists mostly include computer science and applied mathematics. One of the specificities of INRIA is actually a strong commitment to collaboration with the industry, from large companies to SMEs and other structures, and we try to help them to boost their innovation. This means that beyond the strong theoretical foundation of our research scientists, the transfer of our research contribution to the society is one of the keystone of our activities.
We will come back very soon on RIA, but before, permit me to introduce the topic of this session with some figures. Today, data centers consume around 1% of the worldwide electricity. Since 2010, despite an increase of the internet traffic by 12 and an increase of the IT workload by around 8, the energy consumption of data centers has been remaining flat. The two main reasons for that stability are data centers' efficiency improvement, but even more, the migration from corporate on-premise data centers to cloud providers. I mean, from data centers pretty old, legacy, with no efficiency, to cloud-efficient data center. But now, to better understand what means energy consumption in the cloud, let's have a look at the energy breakdown of a data center. Let's take an example. In Europe, the industry agrees around the PUE of 1.3. That means if the server consumes 100 watts, 18 watts additional watts go to the cooling. 8 watts go to the electrical loss, the UPS, the transformers, the cable loss, and 4 watts for various purposes like office, heating, lights, and CCTV. To sum up, 100 watts for the server, 30 watts for the data center, for a total of 130 watts. That is an example of 1.3, of a PUE of 1.3. Thanks to water cooling, an OVH Cloud data center consumes 10 to 15% less than a traditional one. So for the same 100 watts of IT load and almost the same electrical and other losses, the cooling is reduced from 18 watts to only 3 watts. Okay, so cloud data centers are very efficient, but is it enough to keep the global IT energy flat for the next years? Who knows how fast corporate IT will continue to migrate to cloud providers? And on top of that, cloud native and data processing softwares like artificial intelligence could intensify the growth of cloud data centers. I don't have the answers, but I think we have the responsibility to look beyond data center efficiency. How? To keep it simple, we have 2 levers. The first one is by optimizing the usage of resources within the servers, that vertical scalability. The second one is by adopting the most efficient horizontal scalability. Those problems are very complicated and not specifically related to OVH Cloud. So we realized that we needed help, and this led us to partner with INRIA. Romain, could you explain how we started to work together and the goal of this partnership?
Yes, sure. Inside the INRIA Research Center of Lille, actually the Spirals project team, which I belong to, is actively working on the optimization of energy efficiency for software infrastructure. In particular, we are exploring the most appropriate development methodologies and software solutions that can drastically reduce the energy footprint of software infrastructure like the cloud. As part of this strategic collaboration with OVH Cloud, we therefore intend to keep lowering the limit of carbon footprint of the cloud and to empower the customers of OVH Cloud with new tools and recommendations to deliver more sustainable cloud services. While energy can be monitored at the hardware level using dedicated equipments and sensors, understanding the power consumption of individual software running on a server is actually not supported by the current state of technologies. Noteworthy, beyond their data centers, cloud infrastructure like OVH Cloud are actively relying on complex software stack to support the deployment and the execution of a virtual machine at scale. So, delivering such fine-grained metrics in the cloud is not trivial, as actually it requires to learn the power model for a wide spectrum of modern processors. And these power models are intended to capture the correlation between the software activity and the power consumption of the hosting server. And then we need to continuously monitor the activity of multiple servers without impacting the performances they are expected to deliver customers, which is truly important in production. So for the last 8 years, the Spirals project team develops and maintains a software-defined power meter, which we name Power API, and address these specific challenges. Power API is a software framework that we can deploy as an agent on a node and to monitor the power consumption of a software process that are running and estimate their power consumption in real time. Based on these reports, one can consider the rendering of various insights that can be further used to derive appropriate optimization for the cloud. For example, based on power reports delivered by Power API, one can analyze how the power consumption of a typical IoT software system hosted in the cloud is spread across a cluster of machines. One can not only reason about the power consumption of the software stack, no matter the components deployed, as no instrumentation is required by our solution. But we can also understand which software components are the most power consuming by reasoning over a set of nodes, which is typically the case for cloud infrastructure. So, by monitoring the power consumption of virtual machine and the related software infrastructure, OVH Cloud therefore aims at pushing further the optimization of the power consumption of its solution, thus filling in the gaps in the delivery of a more sustainable cloud for all the customers.
Wow, interesting, Romain. And based on these researches, the very first goal of OVH Cloud is to provide measures. We can't start a continuous improvement process without indicators. So, in the following months, you will see new API endpoints and new graphics inside the customer interface, providing energy consumption of your IT services. So step by step, bare metal ranges and cloud VMs will report their power usage. And because environmental impacts of the cloud are not only about energy, we will also report the carbon footprint of your infrastructure. Why carbon footprint, and more exactly greenhouse gas emissions, are so important? Because when we look at the life cycle of cloud services, a very big part comes from the servers and particularly their manufacturing. So even if we reduce energy consumption, we should also take care about the entire life cycle. And if cloud providers bear a part of environmental impacts, we are just one link in the chain providing IT services. At the end, our customers and their users are the decision makers. So you are the decision maker. So our hope with this session is we could start a great collaboration with our customers and our partners. So in this sustainability journey, a probably long but exciting journey, as a cloud provider, we are responsible to deliver the most efficient IT environment. As a customer, you have an impact by choosing efficient coding language and frameworks. So, for example, if you have to develop a web application, should you use PHP, Python, Node.js, and which framework to use? Symfony, Django? We don't know. As a customer, you also have an impact by optimizing your server or your VM according to your workload, by identifying bottleneck and identifying underused resources. As a customer, you can design efficient and scalable infrastructure that would decommission automatically unused VM. And finally, as a customer, you can educate your end users. As a partner, you can research and you can give solutions. The question is, how could you help customers to improve their IT efficiency? But you also can go in a completely different way. How could you help customers to compensate environmental impacts? For example, we have a partner and customer, Cognix. They just have launched a project, CLO2, permitting OVH Cloud customers to compensate their IT carbon footprint by reforestation. So you have understood that it's just the beginning of the journey. And also, we need you. Thank you for being with us for this session. Thank you, Romain. And now it's time for the Q&A.